Okay. Red, white, 9 lives, an enduring ideal deck. So we've played one or two of these lists before. It's not quite... It's almost rude to say it's a red-white list because it only has Form of the Dragon. However, it does play a few red spells. So we have 9 lives Solemnity Lock. We have Greater Oromancy to protect this. And then we have Enduring Ideal basically to help find all these pieces. We have Nykthos to help ramp with Leyline of Sanctity, and we have Lotus Blooms. Silence to protect the turn that we attempt to do the combo. And that is what we're going to do. There's some weird stuff in the sideboard. We'll get to that as we play. What's up, Last God? I'm about to play, unless you're about to tell me something. Clicking. Here we go. And in honor of Last God's cat, will play 9 lives. Let's play some Magic. Do you have pictures? Have you put pictures up in Evan or my Discord? Please say yes. I will check those out. Pet pics in Evan's. Oh gosh, there's so many. Oh, let's see here. I'm so far behind on pet pics. I'm hoping it's near the bottom. I'm just like scrolling. It is. Your cat has a carrot. Look, it's cat. It's cat. Look at the cat. Bam. Kitty cat. The list you posted had pillages and stuff. What? I hope I didn't copy the wrong thing. This has the Lotus Bloom, 9 lives. His name is Loki, and he has been exploring all night and is very tired. Fluffy, you have a Discord? I do. It's for subs. But you can also hit up our Pyro Prison Discord, and you can find me there. Or you can find me in Evan's Discord. But I do frequent, and my subs did know about the video that was going live a little bit early. They know about things from time to time. They know about my adjusted schedule. Let's play. Do I keep a hand like this? 1 lander Lotus Bloom with a Leyline? I guess Lotus Bloom means keep. I don't know. On the draw? Okay. All right. Sure. We'll figure it out together. Play in the 9 lives. Seeing if we can lock out some opponents. We've tried a few things to lock out our opponents tonight. Leyline in play. Opponents like, oh, boggles. Them jerks. I can also on thin ice a few things here too. Oh, look at that. Verdant Catacombs. Get wrecked. Lotus Bloom suspended. Snow-covered plains. They better go fetching. Suppression fields never look so good. On thin ice looks pretty good too. Overgrown Tomb came into play tapped untapped for the turn. Opponent is Jund. We've got ourselves a Wren and 6. This will be good. They can go up here, do the Verdant Catacombs. I'm gonna put our Lotus Bloom out so you guys can see it. It's down to 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 2 Lotus Blooms. What does this mean? I have no idea. So they can play that Verdant Catacomb in. Wren and 6 uptick. Wonder what we'll bring in here for sideboard this time. Who knows? Who knows? No, I didn't draw a second land. Nope. I drew a second Lotus Bloom. That seems like the wrong move. I can't predict these moves. They just happen to me. Luckily, we have a couple on thin ices. I almost need a Greater Oromancy as my first spell, or first enchantment. Apparently my opponent's just not going to play magic either. That's cool. Lotus Bloom goes down. Land, please. Do I play this? That makes these more expensive, right? Activate abilities cost me more to activate unless they're mana. Gotta read the card. Gotta read the card. Suppression Field into play. Now Renin 6 is super expensive. Verdant Catacombs has been played. They attempt to crack it and go, what? Gotta pay for it. Undoes that 1 life. Taps it again. And pays for it. Excellent. Basic Forest. Tarmogoyf. Alright, looks like I'm going to get a Lotus Bloom here. Suspend, suspend. I get to cast one of these. Cast. Ta-da. Oh. Well, if they don't have a way to get rid of Solemnity for a while, then we'll be okay. I'm just gonna crack this right now. Do 9 lives, and we'll throw down an on thin ice. Yum, 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 Tarmogoyf. Go ahead, opponent. We're doing this because if I draw like a Greater Oromancy, I'll play that, and then I'll play the Solemnity. I want to use this now because they probably have like an Assassins or an Abrupt Decay. I don't want to lose the Lotus Bloom mana. I'm just going to play it out. What's funny is this doesn't even get to ping very easily here due to the Suppression Field. They decide they will uptick here, pick up the Verdant Catacombs. It appears to do nothing else. We're going to get a Lotus Bloom here. Hopefully we draw the Greater Oromancy. Right? Casting Lotus Bloom. Top of the library is another Suppression Field. I'm going to play the Suppression Field. They'll have a chance to go ahead and blow up the Lotus Bloom. I'm not so worried about it. I'm holding this for a little bit of time. Extra Suppression Field also makes it so the Verdant Catacombs is even more expensive to crack, and it's more expensive to use Renin 6 here, which is good against 9 lives so that my opponent doesn't just kind of bash me in here. Alright, we cashed in Verdant Catacombs here. Doing okay. Looking for maybe a Nykthos and then an Enduring Ideal, or like we said earlier, Greater Oromancy. We have an On Thin Ice here to protect. We could also do a Silence some turn as well. The Silence could prevent like a creature being played or something like that. It'd be funny to Silence in response to a Bloodbraid Elf too. They're trying to do things with Renin 6, but that's really expensive now. Tarmogoyf number 2. Wooded Foothills. Passing back. Okay. Let's just chill here for a turn. I think I'm okay to take a smack by the Tarmogoyf. We're in a good spot here. We just need to find another spell. Targets themselves with an Inquisition of Kozilek. They get rid of a K command. They're doing that to grow the Tarmogoyf. That really doesn't matter. Hits me for 4. I get 1 claw point. They play the Black Cleave Cliffs in. At this point, I think I'm just going to go ahead and on Thin Ice. We'll use it on a different land here. We'll get rid of this Tarmogoyf. Now, my opponent could do some nasty things here with Wrenn 6. But if we're getting kind of close with the 9 lives, like at 4 or something, I can Solemnity. You'd love to see it. Taps 4 mana to crack a Wooded Foothills. I like it. This is it's nifty. It's nifty. Exactly. Inquisition themselves. Ooh, Raging Ravine. Okay. Kind of gets around a few things we're doing here. All right. It's a good top deck. They're going to pay all in here for Wrenn 6 to pick up a Wooded Foothills. That's fine too. Come on. There's a Solemnity. All right, so I'm good to play a Solemnity out. Now they got to get through this Solemnity, and then they'll have to get through a future Solemnity. This also keeps our 9 lives kind of nice and protected here. Unfortunate first deck is against the Abrupt Decay. It's all right. We're doing it. We're doing it, Last God. Bloodstained Mire here. By the way, to activate this, it's a whole bunch of mana as well. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They now have enough to use to do this with Raging Ravine. Picked up another land here. These lands are getting really expensive, opponent. I'm not going to play the extra Solemnity here. I don't want to run into a Maelstrom Pulse. And considering it takes 8 mana to boot up a Raging Ravine, I think we're good. They'll take a turn probably to kill the Solemnity, if anything. Bloodbraid. If this hits something that would blow up our Solemnity, we can prevent the cast, right? I would have to do this now. This is probably worth a silence right now. Just in case they hit it. Check it out. Whiff. It's before Cascade. We did it right. My opponent attacks me. Nothing happens. Nailed it. Alright, I'll play an extra Solemnity since I know that the Maelstrom Pulse is somewhere near the bottom now. Since I know it's near the bottom, they could fetch and put it back into the library somewhere, but I've got an extra Solemnity just in case. Best silence ever. Oh yeah. Nice call. I was thinking like, you know, Abrupt Decay Assassin's Trophy. I want to keep it. But man, that was a good hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hooks up the Raging Ravine. I mean, it still gets a counter on it, so that's a good reason to go ahead and burst in here. All right. Hits for 7, we take 0. 9 lives, it takes no counter. Solemnity doing Solemnity things. I'm just going to hold on to the Snow-Covered Plains now on the off chance we run into a Liliana. And I'm just going to keep F16 through my turns until I get an Enduring Ideal or something crazy like that. Let's go, opponent. Let's go. Ooh, 4, 5 mana. Untap a land. Next turn it becomes a 5/5 elemental. Return target permanent card from your graveyard. You get an emblem whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. You may draw a card. Nice. Nice. A Leyline pass turn. A Leyline pass turn. Greater Oromancy. Enduring Ideal. One or the other. Pays for Renin 6. This is an emblem at 6. Are we gonna do that to draw faster here? Nissa activation to go up to 7. No attacks because not a lot happens. Bonus ley lines here, past turn. We probably can just about hold everything we draw now until we find the last couple pieces we need. Nissa does the emblem things. They play. Luckily, they don't just get to randomly fetch with all these really fast, and they can't like keep picking up with Renin 6. This game's gone a couple turns. Like 14. 14 turns. Oh boy. Maybe this is bad to start as the second league tonight. We've got an early meeting tomorrow. We're going to be tired. Ooh, Maelstrom pulses my ley line. And not the Solemnity, and now Inquisitions me. Well, this is really awkward. That's really awkward. Like, really awkward. Now I need a Greater Oromancy or something else. My opponent still attacks me. I like it. Mind the clock. I'm at 21 minutes and 30 seconds. My opponent's at 15. Do I play this? Is my opponent... My opponent has a K command in hand. If they have a bolt too, I lose, right? Do it if I'm bad? What if they steal this? Hit the Ren. I'm not going to be able to hit the Ren. Almost thinking I have to here. I think I have to. It would be a different game if it'd be a different game if I had the ley lines still. My opponent getting a Maelstrom Pulse, we could lose this. We have a K command in the yard. They could triple K command me here too if they Ren. I mean, I guess I'm not taking the damage, right? Because of the 9 lives and the Solemnity, so we're like kind of okay for the moment. They'll Maelstrom Pulse probably the form of the dragon away here. So this buys us like a turn, right? That's the idea. Until they Maelstrom Pulse the 9 lives away and then kill me. Oh wait, sorry, the Solemnity. God of Destiny's played. So now I need like a Greater Oromancy off the top, which I miss. Pass turn. This game's going sideways real fast. Sideways real fast. Blah, 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 blah. I've also drawn a lot of lands. Wonder how many lands are in this list. Bloodstainmire. I can just time them out. I guess we could be doing that. They just pass it back. I'm just gonna like casually play at a reasonably clip here so that they don't figure out that they can Maelstrom Pulse my Solemnity away. If they don't do that for me, that'd be great. They could have killed us last turn. We'll see what they want to do for the next few turns here. God of Destiny. uses a Verdant Catacomb to ramp. It's kind of interesting they're doing the ramp stuff. Inquisitions checks the hand. We don't have anything. Surely you have a land over there in your hand. I'm pretty sure you picked it up. Abrupt Decays a suppression field. Nissa did something, and I'm not really sure what she did. Renin 6 goes up. Picks up a land. Verdant Catacombs. Abrupt Decays the suppression field. Nissa untaps. They've got to know Maelstrom Pulse, right? Liliana's here. We discard. Lily ult could screw us up. I guess I'm playing the Snow Cover Plains here. Opponent K commands me. Alright. Get rid of Plains. Now I need a Greater Oromancy and a Leyline, and I need my opponent to just completely forget that they have this over here. Abrupt Decays one Solemnity. Picks up a land. Abrupt Decay the other Solemnity. Now I'm dead. I don't know why they just didn't fire off the Maelstrom Pulse like 4 or 5 turns ago. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I'm not really sure our Form of the Dragon lost it for us there. This is plenty of damage to kill us anyway. Well, that was an interesting game 1 here. It's a long game, too. I presume we're going to get game 2. 4, 5, 6. I'm one short. I'm one short because the K command stopped me the 1 turn. I'm one short. They bolt me. They bolt me. All right. Well. Takes a Form of the Dragon, exiled. They attack for 2, 9 lives. Gets its thing done. Poofs away, and we lose game 1. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a long one. Yes. I believe so. I believe so. Whenever enchantment enters, create a 2/2. Gideon's Intervention. I don't know what I want. Maybe like Silence is out, Gideon's Intervention, and a Rest in Peace in play. Seems fine. I drew a bunch of Solemnities, Onthan Ices, 9 lives, lots of ley lines, and forms. I'm thinking it's just 2 Gideons and a Rest in Peace for the silences. I really want to hit a Greater Oromancy earlier than later. Why Gideons over Ruined Halo? It was what was given to us. Mainly because you can't cast certain cards. So it's more of a protection, right? Ruined Halo, I don't think, prevents the casting. Ruined Halo is so much better. Alright, Ruined Halo. Choose a card name. You have protection from the chosen card name. So you name Abrupt Decay, and then they just blast your Solemnity. Gideon, name Abrupt Decay. Prevented. Let's play first. Oh gosh, let's mulligan this. I don't know about this. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of... do I get rid of a ley line here? I might not. Maelstrom Pulse kind of hurts us. But I'm probably naming Maelstrom Pulse with Gideon's Intervention. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Just play Dovescape or Greater Oromancy. Well, we have Greater Oromancy. We're getting there. We just gotta find it. Suppression Field's nice. Pretty nice here. The Cody Hope. Party of 6. What's up? How you doing? Oh no, my opponent. My opponent. What's up, Techno Hippo? How goes it? How are you fine people doing this evening? What up? Look at that cat that you guys have. That's pretty cool looking. All right. I just want to name like Maelstrom. I might name Abrupt Decay. Not naming anything apparently. You challenged us with a Euro prison earlier. Did I? Were you one of my opponents? You weren't the one that went 1-0 and just conceded, were you? I hope not. Well, thank you for the raid, even though I kind of was mean. Season Pyromancer. Oh boy. Oh, the elementals. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough one. It was a rough one. All right, Gideon's Intervention here. I'm gonna name. I think I want to name Maelstrom Pulse. I think is what I want to name here. Abrupt Decay doesn't really hurt too much here. Maelstrom Pulse kind of clears things out. We know they ran at least 2 of those. We're playing the second one right now. Suppressing things out, preventing things from happening. Liliana? It'd be a little disappointing to see a Liliana. That was the other card to name. My opponent just gets in here, lets us play the On Thin Ice here, which is cool. Instead of upticking with Liliana. We're going to prevent at least 2 damage for quite a few turns here. Okay day. Need to find our lock pieces. I really want like a Ghostly Prison in this list or an Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, they couldn't uptick with field. You're right. I have a field out. You're right. You're right. Let's just make it so they can never do anything. What am I talking about? These cards are garbage. Opponent's going to bolt me, it looks like. Nice try. Nice try. They're going to Thoughtseize themselves. They're going to activate this Nissa here, I think, to untap and then attack for 6. Because this is a 5/5, right? Bloodbraid Elf. Ooh, that's a good one. Gets a God of Destiny here. It's pretty good too, because he's going to be active soon. One more creature. Hits for 1. Oh boy. There's Solemnity. I'm going to go ahead and play it so they don't do anything weird with Liliana. I need 9 lives now. Please, can I have a 9 lives? Activate with Nissa. That's 5. 3 more with Bloodbraid plus Elemental. That's 9 damage. If they play like a Tarmogoyf out, it's 14 with God of Destiny. Alright. Well, I'm dead next turn if I don't draw 9 lives. Well, this didn't start well. Getting against the Abrupt Decay Assassin's Trophy main deck Maelstrom Pulse list. We're 0-2. Starting it mono white with a splash of red, 9 lives in Modern. Here's the deck list. You can always do exclamation deck as well for those that have joined us. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see if we can do something fancy with this. I guess Mad Knives is safe, doesn't have to buy the list. So I have not run into any of my wall of omens. I've seen a pair of Enduring Ideals. I've seen no Greater Oromancies so far. But I guess that's most of the list, right? Alright, I would love to play first. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to get a Nykthos off the top. I got it covered, opponent. I'm gonna get a Nykthos off the top. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna time just right with our Lotus Bloom here. Oh my gosh, it's Jund again. You're a sucker for prison lists. Probably going to anyway. Well, if you get cards, consider using our link. Consider using that sweet, sweet link. Your local meta loves them too. Solemnity. Alright, where's my Nykthos? I said I was going to draw that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to give away what we're doing. Nykthos right here. Come on. Right here, right now. Cast our Lotus Bloom. And Nykthos. 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 There's no Nykthos. I guess I hold here because I could hit one more land. If I hit one more land here, I get to play Enduring Ideal, and we probably lock the game out from there. So I'll get rid of Solemnity. And hope they don't have, like, another Lily, I suppose. Hope they don't touch the Lotus Bloom over there. Tarmogoyf. Okay. Give me a land. Thank you. Whee! Enduring Ideal. Da 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 da. Da da da. I hope they don't have anything that stops this. I think we're good. So what do I get? Greater Oromancy? Right? I just get like Greater Oromancy first. Then I get 9 lives. Then I get... I guess I can get 9 lives first, right? That way I don't get completely blown out here by some weird quadruple damage thing. I'll just get 9 lives first. 9 lives, Greater Oromancy, Solemnity. Looks like a nice lock. Okay, this is epic. Turn 5. Turn 5, I think I've locked you out, opponent. This can't target me. Separate all permanents target player controls. Can't do that. I suppose a Maelstrom Pulse here ruins us. Maybe I don't get the 9 lives. I get the Greater Oromancy. I think it was just a fluke. My last opponent had it main deck, 2 of them. So yeah, the correct play is Greater Oromancy first here. We're opening ourselves up to some weird stuff happening here. In for 4. We get a credit, a paw print. Each player discards a card. It's been discarded. It's been discarded. Now I'm realizing why I wouldn't want bridge. A sphere of safety of 1 of might be good, though. God of Destiny to the bin. At the beginning of your upkeep, copy Enduring Ideal, except for its epic ability, which is good. We cast it. Hooray! Greater Oromancy. Oh, got a silence. That's cool. Assassin's Trophy, my Greater Oromancy. That was rude. All right. Just trying to get this all situated. It's going to take a couple turns. We'll be okay, though. We'll be okay. Bloodbraid spins the wheel, hits a Inquisition. Can Inquisition themselves if they would like to. 2 points here to 9 lives. I suppose I can get Solemnity next. I think I have to get Greater Oromancy to protect the ley lines, though, again. Enduring Ideal again. I only have 1 more Greater Oromancy. It's kind of an awkward thing. Let's just go get the Solemnity here. Pass the turn. Next up is probably just Form of the Dragon, right? Each player's discarding a card. We'll discard a Silence. Got to hold on to our 9 lives for those lucky lives. Opponent attacks me. Nothing happens. Yeah, I'm probably good to go ahead and get a Form of the Dragon here. I think I'm pretty safe. Season Pyro draws a couple cards. 1 was a land. Enduring Ideal. Trigger. Wonder Twin Powers activate Form of a Dragon. Form. Ba-dum. Ta-da! That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool, opponent, right? All right, my life total becomes 5. This gets a little bit dangerous, but let's assume they have something to remove Solemnity. They only have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 creatures. So then I go get another Solemnity. So they got to like remove this back to back to back a few turns here. We'll discard a Suppression Field. All right. Opponent activates a Peatland here. I do 5 damage to any target. So I probably just take it upstairs, right? My life total is sitting at a cool 5. All right, our opponent's done with us. Hee hee. Hee hee. I can't play the field. I can't play it. All right, Gideon's again. Rest in peace. Thinking those were the okay plays last time, and the silence is out. Go with that. Yeah, you cast Enduring Ideal, you can't play anything else. Epic is part of this. For the rest of the game, you can't cast spells. At the beginning of each of your upkeeps, copy the spell, except for its epic ability. So basically, it's search library for an enchantment card and put it into the battlefield. I get to do that for forever. Let's keep this. Let's try one without a ley line. Nice. All right, opponent. You got a shot. Longshan, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. We're 8 away from 2,450. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. All right. Pete land here. I think I'm going to just play a Wall of Omens first. Wall of Omens. Kind of work our way up here. No reason to really slam the Greater Oromancy out into a Abrupt Decay Assassin's Trophy. My opponent, what did they do? They played an Assassin's Trophy, right? It's probably what I've got to name with Gideon's Intervention. Ooh. Oh, that card. That card's pretty good. 3 mana here. What do we got? Liliana? Okay. Got Ashioked. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's play a Greater Oromancy here. It exposes it to a few things. Next turn I can Leyline, though. They can stop making me mill. This is interesting. Tarmogoyf has been played. Mill some more. Solemnity. On Thin Ice. One of our Form of the Dragons is gone. That's our win condition. Things are disappearing. We need to stop it immediately. Leyline's going to do that for us. A Leyline of Sanctity into play. Now my opponent can leave me alone. Yeah, it says search your library for an enchantment card and put it on the battlefield. This says spells and abilities your opponent control. Cause their control is... basically, yes. I can't read. Right, Zale? Right? I just got destroyed. Basically, I have to find my win condition naturally and find a Lotus Bloom to cast it. Cast Ideal to assert dominance? Oh. My opponent just gave up. There's a Lotus Bloom. So I'd have all the red mana I would need as long as they don't kill it. Interesting. We got it. 2-0. There you go. Nightfall, thank you for the follow. Alright, match 3 here. It's good to see a quick game, because that first one was a long one. Look, it's Ghost X. Not knowing what my opponent's on. Look at this. Immediately. I love playing with you, man. Good luck. Let's mulligan this. I think I want to find a... This'll work. This'll work. I'm going to get rid of the On Thin Ice. We're going for this. Oh, just be a creature deck. Give me a couple turns. We got this. Oh, just a forest. Don't be a combo deck. Ooh, Utopia Sprawl. Okay. I can handle a Utopia Sprawl. I can handle a Utopia Sprawl. Ponza does not have a lot of ways to remove enchantments. We'll just say we've got the lock in hand as long as they don't go Ponza crazy on me for a few turns. Just be a Blood Moon. Oh, pillage. Pillage. Alright. Lotus Bloom goes down to 2. Lucky for me, I'm hitting lands. I hit F6. Oh yeah, this will be an interesting one. How's it going? We're going. How are you? Don't pillage me. Leave me alone. Lotus Bloom goes down to 1. I have the absolute hard lock here if I can just keep a couple lands. The absolute hard lock. Leave me alone for a turn, please. Don't touch my lands, opponent. Play whatever big creature you want to. Yes, do that. Utopia Sprawl. Play Prime Time. I don't care. 4 mana. Perfect. I love them. I love Glorybringer. Big threat. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, Lotus Bloom comes off of Suspend here. Allows me to play something if I want to. If I'm afraid of them destroying enchantments here, and if I top deck a land here, I might just play 2 Great Urrs. Pretty safe for a turn. Let's just do this Wall of Omens here. See if I draw the land. I don't. It's on thin ice. Let's buy ourselves a whole ton of time here. Let's do an on thin ice here. Yes, they can pillage this. I'm excited to try this. It'll be an excitement. Are these plays optimal? Optimal? No. But so what? Pillage it. Do it to me. Ruin me. Okay, Glorybringer. Round 2. Fight. Round 2, fight. In for 4. Alright. I need a land here. We're playing risky. Not too risky, though. Gotta play 9 lives next. Solemnity's up next. We've played this kind of in a weirdness. This is just all weirdness. What do you got for us? 3 mana. Blood Moon. Nice moon. Nice moon you got there. Season Pyro. Should be pretty close to a hard lock here. Hits us. Take 1 on the chin. 9 lives. Doing 9 lives things. Land would be good. No land, but I'll go ahead and play Solemnity. And pass the turn. They now have to kill the Greater Oromancy, and then they have to kill our other Solemnity. And if they don't do this exact turn, I'll have the extra Oromancy. I've just told him welcome to the prison. And now all right. The only way they would be able to get out of this is if they have a general enchantment board wipe. Main deck, most people are not playing Fracturing Gust. My opponent here. I swear, man, one of these days I'll beat you. Just not today. Well, I don't know. They've got two more games that could happen here. 2 more. I don't know what I'm supposed to bring in here. Maybe a few Graces here, just as flying lifelink blockers. You went 4-1 in the prelim? Nice. Nice. I don't see Silence being super important here. Can probably get rid of that for 2 Archons and a Gideon's. I could honestly see like a suppression field probably being taken out, but they do play Arbor Elf. Maybe it's an on thin ice here because they can blow up my lands. Yeah, we're trying it out. Let's play an extra Gideon here. I'm wondering what Gruul plays that destroys enchantments right now. Red-green doesn't have Bone Crusher Giant, I guess. I guess. Man, this is a sketchy hand. Okay. If we hit a few lands here, we'll be fine. I mean, if they have a couple stomps, that's fine. But what are they going to do with those stomps? They're going to deal 8 damage to me. Utopia Sprawl on their basic forest. My opponent mulled down quite a bit here. Makes me a little bit worried of what we're going to run into. Basic plains into play, pass turn. That's what I'm assuming. It's got to be like claim, or they could go really big, but you're probably right. It's probably like just a claim. An Arbor Elf here, Utopia Sprawl. Be funny to get a suppression field off the top. All right, we don't get a suppression field, unfortunately. But yeah, I imagine for Gideon's intervention, I name claim. It seems like a pretty obvious one. They could have, I don't know what else they could have. Stomp prevents 9 lives from working. That's fine. I was at 12 life. Oh, Blood Moon. That's actually pretty good here. Right, so, but I'm at... Oh, you're saying like stomp and then they just attack. Oh gosh, why do I have so many of these? Is that what you're saying? So they play stomp and then they attack me. That's true. That would probably work. We will suggest that. I believe that is correct. I'll ask them after the game though. Not during the game. During the game equals certain doom. Uh-oh, Bloodbraid Elf. Spins on a Utopia Sprawl. Oh boy, this is a lot of mana. I clearly need to keep a hand with more lands. Well, to be fair, I'm drawing all my Nykthoses. Nykthosize. Alright, 9 lives into play. Try to slow this down. We'll play Solemnity next, even if they blow up a plains. If not, I'll get a Gideon's Intervention down, naming claim. It's a lot of mana, 6 mana. What are you going to do with all that mana, opponent? Please leave me alone. God of Destiny, okay, okay. Cindervines. Cindervines could be named as well. That's the thing. We don't know exactly what they're playing. I think claim is fine to name here. Let's see here. I take 2 on the 9 lives here. I have potentially 1, 2, 3, 4. That would put me at a 6. Well, now I can name both. Let's do Gideon's Intervention. We're going to name Nature's Claim here. Rex Sage is a possibility as well. There's a lot of possibilities. We'll start with Claim. Plenty of options. Takes my Nykthos. We're going to have to Solemnity next turn. Blood Moon. Alright. I get hit for 4. Go to a bunch of counters on 9 lives, but not dead yet. Suppression Field's the last thing I want to be playing here. Player Solemnity. Okay. We'll play, I guess, Gideon's Intervention next. Seasoned Pyromancer. What do we think? Cindervine's a Rex Sage. I'm thinking it's going to be like a Rex Sage. If I get just another Solemnity, I obviously play that. Maybe I play Sun's Grace next, because I'm going to be playing a lot of enchantments, and then I can get stuff. Pegasus, kind of make sure that I don't just lose to them playing something that kills Solemnity. Pillages a land away. All right, well, I'm not doing this then. I'm not doing the Archon. Destructive Revelry. We'll just put a Suppression Field out. If the Blood Moons ever disappear, my Nykthos will do so much mana. A lot of vines, though. We can name Cinder Vines next. We're just kind of picking random things we think they could have. I'm good with the Cinder Vines next. We'll do Archon if I can, and then we'll draw a land eventually, right? Maybe I should just name Cinder Vines now and see if I get the concession. Well, that's a pretty good card. Opponent's pausing on our draw step here. A little worried about that whole pause on the draw step. I guess I'll play this now. Okay. Now we shrouded up. We shrouded. Now I almost want to name with this Gideon's Intervention, I almost want to name Stomp. Right? At this point. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I don't. They didn't play towards it the last time, right? There's too many things to name. I need more cards that prevent names of things. Opponent's turn. God of Destiny does its thing. I guess Stomp is they're out here. So it'd be best to play Gideon's Intervention and name Stomp. The only way I would probably wait one more turn is maybe if I had a Greater Oromancy that popped up into my hand here. Pillages away a Plains. Well, okay, I guess I'm not playing Gideon's Intervention this next turn. Stop touching my lands. Combat. Nothing happens here. He's gonna lose the time? He might. I'm just gonna twiddle my thumbs. Twiddle my thumbs. The Enduring Idealist gains some life. You're infamous for this archetype? So what would you name then with this Gideon's Intervention against a Gruul opponent? I'm just gonna pass. You're the guy that did well with it at GPLA. Well, then name the card, and we'll name it in honor. We think it's Stomp at this point. Hey, a wall. I can cast that. All my stuff's so expensive against Mr. Pillage over there. What's so funny is my life total is fairly high, but I'm sitting here like 3 more and I'm doomed. Could name Pillage, but Pillage doesn't win them the game. Right? We either name something that protects our enchantments or we name something that wins them the game, right? That's the theory with locking your opponent out, right? I'm so afraid for them to go to just straight to combat and then just stomp me. Don't I just cast Enduring Ideal and win? Not necessarily. I mean, we're a long way from casting that. Oh, don't do it. Oh my gosh, they found Stomp! Don't attack me. Don't attack me, don't attack me, don't attack me, don't attack me. No! Oh my gosh, it didn't work. Wait, it didn't work. Oh no, because it's dealing damage to me. It just ignores the 9 lives. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna die so fast here. I was thinking it would put it on 9 lives. It doesn't. It just blows my head off here. Right, counters can't be put on, but it just blows up my head here. I get it. I get it. So one more Stomp and we lose. So yeah, we gotta name Stomp ASAP. Oh no. No! They found the line. Alright. Well, Blood Moon took care of our Nykthos there. Is there anything I want to do? I don't think so. I think we just run this back. Opponent should have waited, usually. Only have 2 Bone Crusher Giants. You can't believe they're not on Mill? They're getting ready to play Mill. They're getting ready, Last God. Mill is going to have new cards. How's Suppression Field been? Great. I've gone back and forth for the next few days with it. No. We gotta take him down, exactly. Gotta take him down. We'll try. Alright, let's play first. Let's keep this. Watch. Here you go. Does Suppression Field work really well? We'll find out. I'm going to find out right here. 4 Unlife alongside the Solemnity and 9 lives. Dang. You ready before the second? Arbor Elf. Psh. Get fielded. Get suppressed. And now my opponent can't really do much this turn, and then I'm going to Thin Ice him. Boom. Boom. I've come to play this time, opponent. I've got some lands for you. Nice Arbor Elf. I am very curious what Ghost might be playing, though. I'll ask what their removal is for enchantments. You're 14-6 with the decks over 4 leagues? That's crazy. If I wanted to know where your deck lists are so that I can play awesome Enduring Ideal lists, where would I go? Do you have a stream deck? Do you have a website? Maybe you have a Twitter? You should drop that in the chat. whatever it is. It's Cinder Vines. Cinder Vines. All right, so we're just going up the trek here. I mean, I feel like I just jam a Greater Oromancy here. Like, I could put an On Thin Ice here. I don't think there's really a reason to. My opponent's got 2 Arbor Elves. Cindervine seems logical. Wooded Foothills. That's a little bit costly. My opponent doesn't get to do anything for the first 3-4 turns here due to suppression. You're 98% sure it's Cindervines? Maybe I name Stomp this time. Stomp first. Alright, looks like we're going to hit for a pair here. I really think I can wait for this On Thin Ice for something more important than a couple Arbor Elves. It's a bonus ley line if I want it. Suppose that's fine. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. They've got 3 mana to their name here. Not even a 4th yet. It's the slow grind up to the amount of mana they need. Doesn't shock it in here. No shock. In for a pair. Alright, what's next? Wall. I'll take a wall. ETB and draw a card. Gives me a blocker as well. Alright. We'll hold On Thin Ice for a bigger threat here. Enduring Ideal. We need 3 more mana. Hey, Bloodbraid. Don't hit a Blood Moon. Oh. I didn't want them to hit a Blood Moon because if I get a Nykthos, whoops, sorry, it'd be really nice. We're going to get hit for a pair here again. Wall block. On Thin Ice could be used against the Bloodbraid Elf here. There's the Nykthos. Like, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. Alright, let's just use the On Thin Ice on the Bloodbraid Elf. Stem the bleeding just a little bit. I'm going to take a couple more turns here before I consider playing 9 lives here. Probably 2 turns. Maybe 1 if they play a big threat here. That's a big threat. This will be interesting because I've held off doing 9 lives. Four, 5, 6. We're going to go to 7 here. They might just stomp me out. Might just stomp me out. Blocking. 5, 6. All right, I play 9 lives now. What's funny is I don't almost want to play the Solemnity yet. I don't know. This is kind of weird because playing the Solemnity, I don't know. Right? Got to play it immediately. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I just played immediately, right? It's going to be really bad if they have a stomp. Extra Glorybringer. Hits for 4. I block with wall. Wonder if they exert here. Exert, remove. Nope. Block. Alright, well they didn't do stomp here, so they don't have it in hand. So Gideon's Intervention would be more important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. So I can Solemnity this turn. If I top deck a land, I can Enduring Ideal and go get Gideon's Intervention named Stomp. And we'll be in pretty good shape. Our best bet is just Unlife Solemnity for Stomp situations. Yeah. Ooh, Cindervines. Okay, they can get rid of Greater Oromancy now. Mm-hmm. I think I just need one more turn. One more turn. I need a land off the top. What is this? What is this? We're just activating? Okay, Greater Oromancy down. Okay. In for some more oh, they didn't attack. Why didn't they attack? I hit my land. Enduring Ideal. So here, I need to go get Gideon's Intervention named Stomp. I named just Stomp, right? I don't name Bone Crusher, I name Stomp. Right? There's not another card named Stomp, right? Judge. I would like to name the adventure portion of Bone Crusher Giant to prevent it. There are no other cards named Stomp in the game that would prevent me from naming this correctly, right? Judge responds, perhaps. Judge is called Stomp. Zale's our resident judge. Alright, so the chosen card is Stomp. I now need to go get a Greater Oromancy to protect Gideon's Intervention. And then I need another Gideon's Intervention to probably name Cindervines. Not anymore. You've been replaced, Zale. Stomp killed us the next turn where like a Cindervines doesn't currently. Seasoned Pyromancer, Bloodbraid Elf. Rules Advisor, the judge is correct. Google sometimes turns into a judge during streams. I'm player of Magic Judges right. Why Intervention over Ruined Halo? Why Intervention over Ruined Halo? Can't you just go get Greater Oromancy? Shores up the Cindervines. I can go get... I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll be honest. Are you playing Intervention instead of Ruined Halo was my question. The list was given to me. Intervention prevents things like Abrupt Decay and Assassin's Trophy being cast. Where Oromancy, just one Oromancy at a time, doesn't prevent that. Alright, we've pillaged to get back our sweet creature. I'm going to do Gideon's Intervention next to name Cindervines, and then we'll go get Form of the Dragon. My opponent's going after all my lands. Cindervine. It's one word. Cindervines. How many Oromancies are left in the deck? 0. There's 2 in this version. So the Greater Oromancy is exposed. You play 2 to 3 in the board. We have 2 main deck. 2 main deck. Like, to really shore this up, I could go get like an extra Solemnity, probably. Before I get Form of the Dragon, which is probably an okay thing to do. I don't want them to double down on Cindervines here, or other cards. So I'll get a second Solemnity, and then I'll get Form of the Dragon. I know we're taking our time here, but I'm trying to establish the most protective pieces here. I guess I could suspend this, right? And at this point, I think we're okay to start going for it here. God of Destiny. But yeah, I think we wanted to just clear up everything, make it pretty Pretty brutal for our opponent here. So, Form of the Dragon now. Can I get 2 Form of the Dragons? Is that, like, encouraged? That'll do lots of damage, right? They both trigger? Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, we're ensuring the lock and going for the win. We got the good luck from our opponent as well. We locked him out. Form of the Dragon. Doing its thing here. Doing its thing. Double form does double the clock. Confirmed. Confirmed. Mr. Wolf has always great stream tonight. Had a blast. No problem, man. Knives. So his chat helped him realize it was his out, and my chat helped me realize it was their out. All right, we're good to 2-1 here. We got 2 matches left for this evening. Playing Enduring Ideal. Woo! Not to take people away from the Mono Red Discord, but I have a Discord dedicated to Enduring Ideal. Not going to post an invite unless people want it. It is allowed. If they want a private message of it, sure. If people are interested in the list. It is a prison list. We don't have a mono white section, but you're welcome to post prison off-topic stuff in the prison Discord. It does lock people out. That's the deal. We did win. We did win. They conceded. They conceded. We have a good rivalry with X-Ghost. X-Ghost has trouble beating us, but we're normally on, like, Blood Moon. This time we're on Mono White, so playing against the Blood Moon was kind of fun. All right, Mordekaiser is our opponent here. The Silence main is interesting. It is interesting. Oh, Yorian. Okay, we're going to keep this. Andromedon, 31. Thank you for the follow. Let's keep this. All right, so we have Greater Oromancy into 9 lives. Lotus Bloom getting an Enduring Ideal, hopefully down pretty quickly. We have Sacred Foundry tapped from our opponent. Yorian kind of makes me think it's Nive. Kind of makes me think it's Nive. We'll see. By the way, we should hit these 1, 2, 3 pretty quickly. Posture check. I am sitting pretty as tall as possible. Thank you. Ooh. Gotta make sure the back is okay. There's a Renin 6. That's fine. Well, that's fine, opponent. Lotus Bloom goes down to 2 here. We are quote-unquote flooding out, but that's okay. Next up, 9 lives. Turn 2, Greater Oromancy. Turn 3, 9 lives. Turn 4, Enduring Ideal. They might try to do some sort of counter against the Lotus Bloom. The Niv to Light list does have, like, Is It Charm? So we'll see. We'll see if that comes into the play here. Bonus 9 lives. That's kind of nice. So if they do have some sort of weird counter here, we're good for a little bit. 9 lives into play here. Thanks for the bits. Omen of the Sea. I'd love them to tap out of this blue for me. And then be able to suspend an Enduring Ideal. That'd be ideal. Uh-oh, another blue. Fetching. Watery Grave. Picks it up. Discard mode. A Lotus Bloom. Coming off suspend. We're gonna just go for it. I'm not gonna wait to see if they do have a counter or anything. We're just gonna go for it. Enduring Ideal. Cast. Do we have a counter opponent? We do. There's that is a charm. There's that is a charm. Cool. Ice Fang Codal. Not sure I wait 2 turns because I'll probably just blow up my Lotus Bloom. So I think it was fine to jam it immediately. And we have a Nive here. Bring to light, then Nive. See what they pick up here. Not this card, 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 not this card. So they got 2 cards off of that. Nice. Nice. They are currently tapped out here. Play a suppression field. I suppose I could play another 9 lives, kind of as a joke. Iterations on my list have been main board and sideboard Bousejus. That makes sense, because you're trying to resolve an enduring ideal. Maybe for this one we were supposed to wait and try to fire off the enduring ideal after they tapped out some. All right, 9 lives goes to here. Play a ley line. We'll pass the turn. Wonder if I can replace the effect onto the other 9 lives that doesn't have counters on it. I'm gonna click that and see what happens. Assassin's Trophies, my Oromancy. Go get A planes. This is starting to look very dire. We went for the turn 4. Looks like we're gonna get punished. These control style decks are kind of hard for the archetype. Oh, they're going after everything. They're blowing everything up. I hope I top deck a Solemnity now that they've dumped 2 Assassin Trophies away. Hits for 2 points. Does not attack. Gives me an extra turn. They're such a nice opponent. Pass turn. I have a double. I have a double Overshield. Ooh. I'm so powerful. They're blowing up everything. I just realized that we've been playing so long that they have a Renin 6 emblem. Not good for us. Not entirely sure when that happened. I was not paying attention. All right, 2 counters there. 9 lives protecting us. I'm going to suspend this. I know it gives my opponent information, but if they try to do a few, like, is it type charms or something. Solemnity Lock isn't going to do much for us. My opponent just realized 9 lives has hexproof. 2 more imp. Man. You would just want to copy more 9 lives, right? I'm going to go for it again here. I have 2 mana here. If they have 2 Is It Charms, okay. If they don't. Oh, they're going to have 2 because of Renin 6. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Clever, clever. Do any decks in the meta run enchantment wipes? Destroy all enchantments in the sideboard? Some actually bring to light lists do. Because they'll run Fracturing Gust. Because they can get it at 5. Some do, not all. Not really sure where we're going here with this. But apparently I've got another 9 lives. We'll see if they want to try to counter this. I'm just going to protect my life total for forever. Ice Fang. Yeah, very few are doing it right now. So we should be relatively safe. Cast the Kaya's Guile to get rid of our graveyard. I don't think I have main board ways to get rid of this graveyard. So they hit for 4 now. I'll just put them all on this one over here. Add. Ta-da! I don't think we get out of this. These two have been played. I'm not sure what we're doing here. We can cast the Lotus Bloom. Yeah, engineered explosives could do it. So what am I looking for? Just Form of the Dragon off the top and hope they don't have that many lands in their hand to get rid of it? Kaya's Guile here. It's true. EE would be stopped by Solemnity because you can't put the counters on there from what Sunburst it is. I think we're good to concede this one. I think my opponent's got enough here. They've just decided they're going to bash him with a bunch of Kaya's Guiles here. Teferi. Solemnity prevents counters being placed on things, and so your engineered explosives will not get any counters on it. So if your opponent tries to kill you that way, then you're protected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All kinds of damage. Let's keep spacing these out. Whee! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this next attack kills me. Oh, Solemnity doesn't save us because they have an Assassin's Trophy here. They just shoot this and then shoot it. Alright, I'm going to concede. They've got a Renin 6 emblem over here that's kind of playing the I'm going to blow everything up plan. So I kind of want like a 1 of, maybe a 2 of Rest in Peace to prevent that. Not feeling the silences again. These can come in. You think it's a meta call? That makes sense. That makes sense. I can see that as a meta call. It would be so tragic if opponent has proliferate effects and 9 lives with 8 counters. It was handed to me as a red-white list, so that's what I put in the title, but yes, it's only got Form of the Dragon, so take that for what you will of whether or not that justifies if it works or not. Alright, we kind of have a second shot at this, and we can be a little more patient with the Enduring Ideal. So let's give that a go here. Blood Moon is quite good right now. It'd probably be worth running that. Not gonna lie. Lotus Bloom goes down to 2. This is an on thin ice. Not something I care to really have here at the moment. Rest in Peace into play. Graveyards are taken care of, if that matters. Wooded Foothills cracked. Probably going to go get like a Stomping Ground. Oh, a Triumph. There we go. Triumph pretty good. Triomes actually really help the Niv deck quite a bit. One main, one side. I could potentially see that. All right, we miss our land drop. We'll see if this hurts us or not. Lotus Bloom is on 1. It'll come off next. Yeah, these Triomes are really helping our opponent. But yeah, one of Blood Moon would be pretty cool. A Teferi here ruins our Lotus. Not much I can do about that. So we lose 3 mana here. I'll take my 3rd land, please, deck. Please? Thank you. Now they take an Ashiok. So what do you do against this? We've run into Ashiok now twice out in the leagues. I don't know what to do. Throw down a Solemnity past turn. Why MTGO? Why? Why? Alright, here comes the Niv. What's cool about this Niv, though, is I can take care of this Niv. We have the On Thin Ice. Now, they'll probably have an Assassin's or an Abrupt Decay to get rid of it. They actually didn't hit too much here. They kept Euro, which is an interesting one. The other thing is, even though I really want to do this on Thin Ice, the scary thing about doing that is that Teferi just bounces it, and they get the whole thing over again. Do we want to do that? Let's go ahead and play 9 lives. I think I don't want to offer them the ability to bounce, draw a card, and do a Niv Mizzet ETB again. Shaping their hand that much probably is not ideal. Opponent hits for 6. Nothing happens. I'm probably going to try to play a second Solemnity here. Off of another land here, it's nice. It's interesting because Teferi can bounce Solemnity, but now I have 2. And like I said, I don't think I play on Thin Ice here. I think doing so really messes us up. Alright, end step happens. So what am I supposed to do about this Ashiok? That's my question here. They put Uriund into hand. I don't know if I have an out to this Ashiok. Plays a Euro, draws a card. This card's gone. I don't think I have an out. Definitely need like an O-ring type effect, Banishing Light. D-Sphere would be fine if you put yourself into blue. Plan on getting together a blue version that plays D-Sphere, Verdict, Omen of the Sea, and Searcher's Kanta. You should play Karn, too. We just played blue Bant Euro Lock. It was fun. The whole idea of this deck is force late game Nykthos. Isn't exactly necessary. Force late game Nykthos. Alright, Ashiok doing Ashiok things, milling us. On Thin Ice, Enduring Ideal, Greater Oromancy go to the bin. What about Mirror Maid? It's the one that copies, right? Play down another ley line here. Looks like they're going to attempt a counter. They have a force. Mirror Maid's the one that's like 3 mana, and then you use, when it's in play, it copies something and becomes 2 mana, right? There goes a Torpor Orb, another Enduring Ideal. Karn would be an interesting addition. Have to cut out a lot of prison effects. Sure that a turn 4 Karn is effective. Mono red. It's true. It's true. Attempt a ley line again. My opponent's paying for something here. Bring to light at instant speed for 5 colors. Dovin's Veto. Prevents the counter. I'll attempt a Greater Oromancy down here. I don't know how we win this, though. I can't get a Lotus Bloom in, so I can't get the red mana that I need. Because I can't get the red mana I need, Form of the Dragon won't be playable. Ashiok's in play, so Enduring Ideal can't search for said things. I have less cards. We're just kind of playing and chatting, having a good time, because that's probably all we get to do here. My opponent's going for the mill plan here. Going for the mill plan. They are at 11 life. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. Opponent's milling again with Ashiok. Ashiok is now at 1. Urian. Flickers everything. Maybe not Teferi. Maybe not Teferi. Everything's coming back. Ashiok's coming back. They're going to mill me out. They're going to mill me out, chat. I don't like this. Yeah. Ashiok's pretty good for the decks that care about fetching frequently. That's for sure. Alright, so this one is going to end up in the bag. I'm going to do this just for the jokes. We'll see if they even let this resolve. We can't search. We know this. I'm just curious if they would let it resolve. So we've locked ourselves out of the game. That's actually how we play this, right? My opponent's giving me the GG well played. They're such a nice opponent. You think blue-white would give even more late game? You can run counters, wipe spheres, like you'd force up super late game. True. True. Alright, I'm not going to have you guys sit through this. I was just kind of curious if my opponent would let me do that. We have 22 cards left. They don't have to do anything. They can just have 6 for 22 more turns. Interesting. So we get really hard messed up there with the Ashiok. Alright, we went 0-2, 2-0, 2-1. Now we got one more. GG's. Hey, we got a follow out of it too. Ashiok kind of messes this list up. There's not really anything we can do about it. I think the 3 silences, I want them to be Oblivion rings. I think that's what I want. Thanks for the game. We are in our final one, trying to go for 3-2. Is this the only league you're playing tonight? I already played a previous league. You just went digging for Teferi game 1? On game 2, I'd rather mill than try to deal with the 9 lives. Alright, we get to play first. Man. No lands. Alright, we can keep this. Get rid of form. We'll get to that card later. Like, this is a good example of where, like, an Oblivion Ring is probably just better than a Silence. Silence protects some of the combo pieces, but you need an extra mana to do so. Basic planes for our opponent. Start with a suppression field, pass turn. Stop any fetches from our opponent, hopefully. Mana Tithe? They're trying to pay for something. They're considering it. You showed up late? We always start around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time in the US. We're also trying to keep our videos going pretty consistently this week, and that is for kind of the Labor Day weekend, so that if you haven't been able to watch anything throughout the week, you'll have plenty of things to watch over this weekend. Oh, we got Mana Tithe. Oh, we got Mana Tithe. It's great. Oh boy. That's never good. That's never good. A Dryad Militant. Alright, I kind of want to play the Greater Oromancy. How well does Karn Mono Red Prison do? It's been doing okay. It hasn't been breaking any like crazy records lately. Definitely hasn't been doing anything like going 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. For the most part, for the Karn Prison list, we've been going a lot of 3-2s. Maybe occasional 4-1. A couple 2-3s. So 4-1, 5-0 is super rare. 4-1's a bit more rare. Most common 3-2, and then a bit uncommon 2-3. It's been all balancing out in terms of just getting what we need. Alright, so we have Dry Militant and Selfless Spirit. We have this like mono red list. It's kind of, or mono white list, sorry. It's kind of interesting that we just talked about having Blood Moon and how good Blood Moon is in the meta. Can I not? Can this not happen to me, please? Thanks. Counters would help to ensure ideal resolves with things like Force and Veto. Well, it wouldn't prevent a veto. Oh my gosh. Apparently I should have just silenced. Opponent's playing just creatures here. I'm so in trouble here. I'm gonna die. Do you want some enduring ideals? Because here's your enduring ideals. Alright, I'm going to stop on my opponent's turn here so they don't flood the board anymore. I need an extra turn here. I need an extra turn to find a land, to maybe find a 9 lives, to then find a Solemnity, and I need to probably find it in that order now. Fingers crossed. I'm a little scared to play a 9 lives. I think they've kind of got the gist of what we're playing here. But it's got to be... Actually, now that I'm looking at the math, we can just concede. They have 6 damage on the board. Onthan Ice stops one of these, but doesn't stop the Gideon. Was I going to hit it anyway? I hit a land. I hit a land. Wonder when I bring this in. I haven't felt like this comes in for anything. Alright, mono white, probably something like a Disenchant will be named with Gideon's Intervention. We'll see. We'll see. We gotta bring this back. If we're gonna get this 3-2, we've gotta win at 2-0 out here. We can do it though. Well, let's play first. This is a hand. There we go. We finally found it. We finally found it. Which do you consider the best prison build to be? Currently, probably red-white lockout right now is doing the best for me. I could see God of Destiny red prison though doing relatively well as well. Wow, we're just interested in Force of Virtue immediately. Holy crap, man! Calm down. It's a Force of Virtue deck. Blows Blooms on 2. Looks like I can throw out a 9 lives immediately here. If it gets Mana Tithe, we're good. We got a backup one. Why Boros over red-green? Case in point with this list that we're battling here, it gives you the opportunity to kill some of the creatures. It gains you life. White has enough lock pieces, I think, now that it's worth considering. The red-white lockout also makes lands matter, and I think in many cases here, lands mattering is a big deal. This also might just be a little bit of my success with it. I'm saying this where red prison is probably my most steady, but I think red-white lockout's just strong right now. But you have to tune it so that you play against what you need to. The other thing is that Bant pile that we played earlier seemed fairly strong, and I kind of punted 2 or 3 times. So maybe the Bant list. Hey, look, we get to talk about Ratchet Bomb and engineered explosives and how these don't kill these because Solemnity. That's nifty. This will be cool. This is also hilarious against it. Alright, Lotus Bloom coming down here. I think we might have a hard lock here. Depends. Do they have, like, Disenchant? Seeing a Ratchet Bomb, I'm almost thinking no. This is interesting, too. They can use the Ratchet Bomb here on my draw step or upkeep and get rid of a Lotus Bloom if they would like. Something they could do. I'll probably cash in the Lotus Bloom, though, pretty immediately here. I would like to cast this. May I cast this? I think for the other prison list, though, I would just check with our Pyro Prison Discord. It's been a little bit quiet, but we're definitely keeping an eye on spoilers to see if anything interesting shows up. Personally, I think red-white also, I haven't explored the 9 lives very well. And so I would like to explore 9 lives red-white a little bit more. Can he beat Solemnity? I have no idea, and I'm gonna find out right now. I might even double up on these suppression fields. He can beat this by disenchanting the Solemnity. If he disenchants the Solemnity and kills me, then he can do some stuff. My opponent does a Ratchet Bomb here. They realize that they're not going to get a whole bunch going on here. Solemnity comes into play. To prevent them from using the Sunbake Canyon, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 suppression field in and probably the second one. I think the other 9 lives here is pretty safe. Now I need 2 Greater Oromancies here to lock this game out. The extra 9 lives gives me a lot of time. Extra Solemnity would give me a lot of time as well. Figure of Destiny. Ooh. The other thing that the red-white prison list can run is it can run a little more like Angers. It can run Wrath of Gods. And that might be important in some cases. Where like mono red does have a trouble with killing larger creatures. But if you go kind of like big red prison, that's not as much of a problem. Outside of something like Pride Mage, I'd be surprised if they had an answer for main. This is game 2. Game 2 here. Yeah, we got smashed in the face with 2 lands and no other lands. How's the prowess matchup for which deck? This one or for Red Prison? For this one, I imagine you try to get a quick 9 lives and a Solemnity out, and you need to get those out ASAP. I mean, if you get a 9 lives out, you kind of like reduce it to they need like 3 attacks and probably 6 spells. But the 6 spells have to hit you. If the prowess list just does Manamorphose, you know, Crash Through, you know, Bolt, that's only one mark on the 9 lives. And then they attack with the Soul Scar Mage, that's 2. Instead of hitting you for, you know, 3 prowess triggers plus the bolt, which would be 7 damage, which would be almost half your life. My opponent apparently has lost their connection. Hopefully they'll return and we'll be able to play some more here. That's the hope here. I don't want to win my 3rd match here, or my 3rd win, due to an opponent disconnect. Your local meta is a lot of Prowess, Burn, Blood Moon, and Tron. Thinking this 9 lives decks might be the meta call. Chalice on 1 would be good against your Prowess folks. Bridge would be good against those as well. To counter a Blood Moon, playing a monocolor deck would be fine as well. And so that's where I kind of suggest leaning into, like, Mono Red Prison would be probably totally fine in that. I think your 9 lives list would be fine too. You have to remember that red has literally no way to deal with an enchantment. So if you're able to do that, you're looking fine. I think if you were to splash just a little bit of red for a Blood Moon, you'd be pretty good against the Tron list. You'll need a quicker lock, I think, or a quicker way to interact with Tron. But your suppressions field, maybe a pair of Damping Spheres, or even 3 sideboard, and then 1/2 Blood Moon main, 1/2 Blood Moon sideboard would be like really brutal to that entire meta. A 9 lives Hex Parasite and Vampire Hex Mage would be cute. I did think about Black-White 9 lives would be a fun one to do. Black-White 9 lives, Demonic Pact, Gideon of the Trial. You can then play Thoughtseize type of effects. You can play Damnation or Wrath of God. You could play a Liliana to kind of remove some of the cards that they're playing from their hand and get to that ultimate. I'd even consider playing a bridge in that one because you're like super defensive. Ghostly Prisons might work. O-Rings, Flicker Wisps, Felidar Guardians, kind of our Black-White Demonic Pack. But I think you do that. You could also do that, or you could do a Marlin Lock. Marlin Lock basically just craves wanting 9 lives. So Marlin Lock would be a fun one to toy around with as well. All those cards are historic? Yes, Sale. Yes, they are. But what's funny is I think they might have a place in Modern. Like, was already considering that. And then there's the Doom Foretold list. I think that one's a bit slow for Modern. So the question is, how do you make that faster? And what do you put in a Black-White list that gives it that needed acceleration? I'm thinking a Leonin Arbiter, though Marlin Lock would be hilarious. We'll show the list that I'm thinking about if my opponent truly has disconnected here. And I don't know why they would disconnect. They're up a game. If they're so upset about my 9 lives Solemnity Lock, they just need to concede this one and bash me in game 2. Or game 3. For those that are new, joined us on hosts, raids, and other things, thank you for tuning in as well. This will be kind of how we wrap things up, but I will leave you with that Marlin list and some thoughts on how to take it to maybe the next level. If you think an Enduring Ideal list is your cup of tea, definitely wait to see what that one looks like. Do 9 lives and Phyrexian and Unlife combo somehow? No. But Solemnity and Phyrexian Unlife do. So Phyrexian Unlife makes a comment about every time you take damage, you take infect counters, right? Solemnity prevents getting counters, right? So if I remember correctly, that's how you lock that out. We already did that with the other list I'll show. And so the idea here is that you can play 9 lives. You can Solemnity lock with 9 lives, but you can also play Unlife. And what's nice here is that earlier today we ran into a stomp that dealt damage that would have been prevented by the Phyrexian Unlife. Like it would have turned it into poison counters, right? I think I've said all of that right. I'll probably get checked here, and then someone will have the right answer in chat. So we'll just kind of read chat here for a bit and figure out if I said everything correctly. But I think Phyrexian Unlife works like that. Everything I said is correct. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I've been dumb lately. But yeah, there you go. So I just put Phyrexian Unlife into the chat. It says you don't lose the game for having 0 life or less. So good. As long as you have 0 less life. So you're at -4 or something because of a swing or something like that. All damage is dealt to you as though its source had infect. And then you read an infect card and realize that any damage is converted into infect counters. Yeah, before 9 lives is printed. And I'm pretty sure, I was pretty confident about that because that's what my other list has. Unlife and Form of the Dragon are also a lock. Oh, yes. Form of the Dragon and Unlife. So you go to negative life because your opponent swings with Crater Hoof and a bunch of elves. Negative 100 life because they just decimate you because you were at 3 life before. And so then Form of the Dragon comes in and bumps you back up to 5 or positive life. Because you're not at a sub-0 life, they can then bash you in with their second Crater Hoof, hitting you for 300 damage. And you go from 5 to -295. Form of the Dragon triggers, puts you back up to 5. And then they do their third Crater Hoof. And you're just like, that's what's happening. Opponent does disconnect. It's a bit unfortunate that's how that night ends, but we do take Enduring Ideal 3-2 tonight. The deck list is in the description for YouTube folks and !deck in chat for those here. List is pretty nice. I think it's really ironic that the list has some pieces that we get locked out from. Ashiok was a problem. Stomp was a bit of a worry from the Gruul list. So those couple things need to be considered when you're playing against those matchups. Silence did pretty much nothing. I would cut the card immediately here. I may consider a second Wall of Omen, or sorry, a fourth Wall of Omens. I think an O-Ring would be really pretty nice here. Maybe an extra Greater Oromancy. The On Thin Ice is cool, and I like that over maybe a Path. Oust, other options there. Leyline of Sanctity, obviously there's a benefit to running this main. You can ramp out with Nykthos by doing so, but you also have the ability to shut down Thoughtseize, Blood, or Thoughtseize and Prowess and Burn type strategies, and there's enough of that out there that it's warranting the main board. Enduring Ideal does that searching, and that's the deck. That's what you want to be doing. Ruined Halo is probably okay to consider. I see the reason for Gideon's Intervention. Play with what you've got. I don't think there's a reason to do one or the other. Starfield of Nyx sounds good from what Grayus is saying. I see a Sphere of Safety wouldn't be bad if you're going Super Pillow Fort. O-Ring. What other enchantments that you could play? Banishing Light. You could play, who knows, maybe you play an enchantment creature or something like that. There you go.